Hello, welcome to Family We've Got Your Back this week. I'm Michelle Christensen. I'm a family scientist.
I'm Trent Christensen. I hesitated because I thought about doing something goofy.
Oh, and yet the thought didn't come.
No, it came.
Oh, dear.
I resisted.
Oh, and see, now we're all curious.
I'm just going to do a raspberry.
Oh, no. Okay. So
I'm
anyway.
a 5-year-old.
All right. So this week I had a couple experiences. Both involve our son Adam, whom you met on our Understanding Your Teenagers episode. If you didn't see that one, go back and watch. It's kind of funny. He is very typical teenager. The rolling of the eyes, my favorite part. Hilarious. Very funny.
But he's also a good kid.
He is a very good kid.
And so,
yes.
Yeah.
So,
he wasn't happy to be on the podcast, but he was willing.
He did it. He sacrificed.
There
and
it is.
Was willing to be on this podcast. Other things that happened for him this week. Tomorrow we're going down to Trent's parents' house to have a family Easter egg hunt / party lunch. It's a great time.
Extravaganza.
It's one of our kids' favorite things. That and the Halloween party, favorite thing.
Yeah.
They love it. And Adam has a pre-test for his AP U.S. history test, and so he has to miss that so he can get college credit.
He's had to miss this event many times during the spring because of different things that are going on.
Yeah. And so he's sacrificing the fun family time so that he can't, for his future, basically. Yeah. And also, not yesterday, the other day, on Wednesday, he had a game, his Frisbee game, and we all went. And during the game, he hit the deck many times, diving for the Frisbee, right? And during the circle, the sum up at the end, he's sitting there and looks down at his knee, and it's, I don't know how to explain.
There's a jiggly
and he
jiggly
pokes
blob.
it, and it like wiggles.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, mom nurse over there, please come. And she's like, she's like, whoa, that shouldn't feel like that. So
the good news, there was no pain associated with
not
any
at
of
that
this.
moment. It got more painful as time went on when the adrenaline wore off. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Not like so that he couldn't move, but it just started to hurt.
Yeah.
You know, he was aware of pain. Anyway, and so instead of going home and eating dinner with the family or whatever it was that we were going to do, I took him to
Instacare.
And then it was closed, so we had to find one that was actually open. Anyway, so I sacrificed to help him get healthy. So guess what we're talking about?
And he sacrificed his leg for the team so he could make the catch.
He did, and he caught it. It was awesome. Nice diving
Well,
catch.
we don't know which time it happened.
Well, we don't, but we're pretending that it was the time he caught it and score. Anyway,
yeah.
So our definition of sacrifice. Come on, work.
Here we go.
Is the surrender of something prized or desirable for the sake of something considered as having a higher or more pressing claim. Or in other words, you sacrifice something you want for something better.
Yeah.
Right? And so, as families, in order to be a family, in order to have relationships, sacrifice has to happen. It's part of the deal.
With every relationship you have in the family. There's always going to be some give and take, and you're going to be sacrificing something of what you might define as, oh, this is me being me, right? For the family, because not everybody's going to see it the same way as you do.
Right.
So you can sacrifice ideals. To clean your room, you're going to have to sacrifice some time and effort.
To keep the house running and peaceful and standing.
Yeah. If you're always if you're in the habit of not sacrificing, that's a very sad, kind of a lonely road.
Yeah, well, you become very selfish when you choose not to put aside what your own wants or needs we're not talking about survival needs. We're, just...
Well, I mean, yeah, not necessarily.
Like comfort or, stuff like that. Like, I mean, I'm not going to... Well, some people even sacrifice their lives for other people. I haven't had to do that yet, obviously, so it's not something that I'm considering. But,
Having said that, we do have 5 kids, and you came really close.
I came really close to dying every time I did. Yes.
It wasn't... If we would have lived 100 years ago, she would have died.
I would have died the first time, yes. So we're very lucky to live in the time that we live in, or I would have died. So... that was a huge sacrifice because it wasn't just the pregnancy. It was my health forevermore.
Yeah.
I'm still suffering some of the effects from our last one, and he's 14.
And we laugh about this sacrifice.
We do. I mean, because it was willingly done, and I don't regret a moment. No. I mean, it was horrific. But I do not regret the better that I got.
Yeah.
The
we don't regret any of our kids.
Yeah, JD.
It's like they were.
I mean, all of them.
We're
just so in love with our kids. So
I'm not in love with them.
Well, you know what I mean.
I do.
Not romantic love. Come on, Trent.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so anyway, so we don't regret the sacrifices that we have made for our family because our family exists. Healthy, happy, safe, fed children are important sacrifices you make for the propagation of the species.
Well, and for our family's betterment too.
But it's the difference between children and a house and a home and family, right? It's the sacrifice is worth it to make a house a home.
Yeah.
To and have the people in it be your family, your loved ones. Relationships are so important. So the benefits of sacrifice, obviously it shows love. It shows that you love them. And when you, I don't want to say prove your love, but like express your love.
Yeah.
You, in a way that they can see it and feel it, it brings you both closer. Now, obviously, they don't feel the same feelings you do. That's our son coming home. Sorry. We're upstairs because we're sacrificing our spot so that our kids can hang out together on a Friday night and
play Mario Kart.
Video games. Because that's our life now. Anyway, that's what they wanted to hang out and do together. And we're like, hey, yeah, be friends. We're all for that. We'll sacrifice our spot. So you get to hear noise in the background today. So, but yeah, it shows your love for someone else, and that shows your priority. Oh, come on. Apparently, I have no human. There we go. Shows your priorities.
I think that one's a pretty significant one too.
Yeah, it's like, what's important to me? I will sacrifice for it.
We see those. We hear about those parents that let their kids. They're like, my whole purpose is to serve my child, and then so the parent ends up sacrificing everything about them,
who they are,
and then the kid never has to experience sacrifice.
Right? We're not about that. We're all about kids. You need to learn.
So there's a healthy balance between this. Like, you can't just sacrifice everything in order to make your kid's life easy.
Yeah, a smother instead of a mother. None of that. None of that. We're all for teaching kids responsibility and how to make choices and
once again, that's helping them learn how to sacrifice, because that was once again a healthy thing for them to learn.
Yeah.
Well, not always going to get their own way.
Well, and I mean, if you sacrifice for something, it shows that it is important to you, and it shows that, hey, yeah, if I choose you over whatever else, it shows that is important to me. And when your family or loved ones feel that they are important to you, they respond better to you.
They're more likely to reciprocate it.
And that those bonds are strengthened,
Yeah.
and the relationship deepens. It brings you closer together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Esther and I, you don't know about this, but Esther and I had a conversation. I did not know that she felt that I did not want her because it was hard. And we had a conversation, and I made it very clear and in no uncertain terms that I would not have changed a thing about our experience because it gave us her.
Yeah.
And it was hard, but it's not that I would not have chosen differently.
No, yeah.
And I told her it was a conscious choice to have her. Even though it was hard, I told her, even though the consequences I'm still suffering them, that I am gladly accepting them.
Yeah.
Like, this broke my heart that I had to have this conversation with her because I didn't know that she didn't know.
Yeah.
And it was heartbreaking for me. And so that conversation about her understanding the willing sacrifice that I made for her helped her change the way she felt about our relationship, and it has been really good since.
Oh, nice.
There's less pushback, you know. So anyway, it was really great. And when you have to sacrifice, Trent was talking about this earlier, it builds character. Now say the line.
One of my favorite growing up cartoon things was Calvin and Hobbes.
Yep.
And there was the one clip where Calvin comes in with his dad's glasses on. His dad's wondering where his glasses are.
And his hair combed
the same way. And the line, of course, is Calvin's
saying
Calvin as his dad says, "Go out and do something you hate. It builds character."
Right? We've talked about this one before.
Yeah.
Because it's one of our favorites. And Mom loses it. She's hilariously laughing and rolling. And Dad's like, it wasn't that funny. And she's like, yeah, it was. Because, go do something you hate because it builds character. It's choosing to put off your impulses and your instincts.
Yep.
And the things that, the easiest path.
Right.
You know, the things that your body is like, yeah, that's what I want. I want a brownie, not celery. Right?
Yes.
You're sacrificing the desire for sugar and fat and salt for
health.
So that your body can continue to function, right? And same with your family. You are sacrificing the things that are not as good for you so that you can be what they need and they can be what you need. And as everybody sacrifices for everybody else, everybody's needs are met.
Yeah. It's
when the only one person is sacrificing, building all that character, and nobody else does. And that's when the sacrificer's needs aren't being met, right?
Yep.
And so as a family, if you sacrifice together, you take care of each other and the needs are met.
Right. And you see the things that other people doing, and because you're sacrificing, maybe your sacrifice isn't as great, it helps you once again build those relationships. You can't
compare.
No.
I gave birth to you and almost died, and therefore your sacrifice of going to work every day is less than mine. See, that's
harmful.
Don't do that. Don't compare. Well, I sacrifice more than you do. Don't keep score.
At the same time, though, for me, I feel indebted to so many people, and that makes me want to help them more.
Yeah.
And so I'm thankful for their sacrifices.
And it's not a payback situation. Not a payback. It's more of I love you because you sacrificed for me. I want to sacrifice for you.
Let me return the favor.
Well, not.
I mean, you get what I mean. I mean, you're right.
It's not really returning the favor. It's more a relationship. It's a relationship of giving.
Yeah.
Instead of
you owe me this and that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not one of taking.
There's no debt. It's about giving.
It's about giving. And when that attitude is there in the relationship, then it is completely strengthened and you become a better person, more able to choose what is best over what you want.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so we encourage that.
We do.
And so the assignment for this week is find a need that needs to, that, and choose to sacrifice to fulfill that need for your family. And if everybody does it, then everybody's needs are met, right? And don't say, well, you have to sacrifice for me because I sacrificed for you. No, that's not how it works. So
not helpfully anyway.
So yeah, so hopefully your whole family can watch this and choose a sacrifice, see a need and sacrifice for it. And
sometimes
Follow
that
through.
sacrifice is going to be monetary, but the most meaningful ones are time and effort and thought.
Yes. That's why a thoughtful gift, no matter how small, is more than the money spent, right? It's the thought that counts, right? That's what people say when they get a terrible gift. It's the thought that counts.
When does that happen?
Well, anyway. But in reality, it is the thought that counts. It is the effort made. It is the I'm thinking of you and want to do what is best for you, right?
Yes.
And that shows your love in a way that is meaningful. And so we want you to have meaningful, strong relationships so that the people you love are the best part of your life instead of the worst.
Yeah, agreed.
So anyway.
Hey, have a great Easter weekend.
Yeah, it's Easter this week, so please enjoy that celebration, however you choose to celebrate it, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.